Wave Replays Hot Wheels Mechanics Part 1. Hello, Wave Sign back this time with a redo of the original Hot Wheels Mechanics video I did way back when. Yeah, that wasn't very good. The audio on the narration was terrible, but let's do a redo. The Urban Wasteland, let's go with one of these cars. This is post-narration recorded because I was using my steering wheel for this and was not wanting to get the steering wheel noise on the narration recording because that bugged me with the Harry Potter stuff, and that might be on permanent hiatus. Looks like we're going with the Screaming Hauler. As you can see, when you first start the game, you have nothing unlocked. Everything's locked. So you gotta just go vanilla. Anyway, I love the track design in Hot Wheels Mechanics. They're all so ambient. Like, this place looks like the middle of the desert in, like, Nevada or Arizona or something. Even though there are oil pumps for whatever reason. I mean, if there were more grass, it would look kind of like Colorado, maybe, but there isn't. And there's cacti. And Colorado has cacti, but they don't usually grow that big. So, on to the game. And I do that for some reason. Whatever. Gives them a handicap. But yeah, as you saw during the intro, in order to unlock cars, you need to either collect 100x tools in the stage, or win the race. Or both, preferably. And in order to unlock new stuff for your new upgrades, you have to collect them from these little Hot Wheels Mechanics boxes that you drive through at the checkpoints. As you can see, I now have the off-road tires on the engine, and all the stages have obstacles. If you crash into them, you get reset and you lose all your power, which you gain every time you go through a checkpoint in order, which makes you go a little bit faster. But the stupidest mechanic of Hot Wheels Mechanics is the jump button. The jump button just trivializes the entire game. I mean, combined with the wings, and the wings don't help. Or they do help, but being able to jump and glide just trivializes everything, especially on the stages that have lower gravity. So yeah, this is just a lot of industrial, well, not industrial, rural wasteland and driving on a cemetery, because that's a thing you're allowed to do. And then I also demonstrate what happens if you skip a checkpoint. It acts like you don't lose any time from having to get reset, but you do lose all of your speed boosts. Plus, if you skip the checkpoints too many times, you lose the race. Also, if you skip 2 checkpoints in a row, you lose the race. Like, if you go straight from the start to checkpoint 3, that's it. You're done. So yeah, this is terribly exciting because the starting out cars are kind of terrible. Yeah, I'm kind of not having a whole lot to say here. It's just watch me drive this purple truck thing that's not actually a truck. I think there's a type of vehicle that's referred to as a ute that's just basically a sedan with a truck bed. That's what this thing reminds me of. But, like, there's so many... Like, all these tracks have bits that are not even necessary for completing the race. Like, that bridge there, like the cemetery, other stuff. And there's lots of shortcuts. So if you combine the shortcuts with the ability to glide, it just trivializes everything. And it'll be very difficult to lose unless you're not very good at racing games. I might add that the steering wheel I'm using is not the most sensitive, so there are going to be times where I'm trying to turn it and it's not turning enough, so it ruins everything. Yeah, another thing you can collect is the paint schemes, of which there are a total of 3. You have to unlock the other 2 than the default by collecting the paint bucket box at the checkpoints when you're racing with that car. And then once you have all that, it's over. Another thing you can collect at checkpoints is nitro, but I managed not to be able to collect any of that in this race, so we'll just see that next race in the broken track. And that happened. Yeah, maybe I should... whatever. As you can see, I won 2 cars. The semi-truck, which I believe has a different name in the actual toy line, and the Super Modified, which is a Formula car of some sort. Yeah. Terribly excited. But yeah, it keeps me from having to run the track twice, because Urban Wasteland is not a terribly exciting track. As you can see, I have 2 more tracks to go that are unlocked. I'm going to go with Pluto Mines to start with for some reason. Or not. Let's just go with here. Let's go with the fastest car I have, which is the Super Modified, and I think I'm showing off that I can equip things, but I'm not going to, because you have things equipped when you collect the boxes. It doesn't auto-equip the new things. And you can already see that this track is having problems. Like, I have no idea what caused it, like I said in the original Let's Play. I think it's from the disc being damaged before I took the disc image of it, because it was doing this on the original disc, it was doing this in my original Let's Play, it's doing this now on a new computer. Like, I don't know what's going on here. All I know is that Tiki Jungle is somewhat messed up. So this should be a lot easier, because I am naturally faster than every single one of these other cars. Because... and I already start out with getting the pontoon tires, which, they don't do much, they're not super useful. Tiki Jungle and Beachway are the only tracks where you want to use them. And you get some biplane wings. Because without the pontoon tires, driving through this I would lose speed. If I drove on the other side of that little ridge, I would not lose speed because this game is broken. But yeah, pontoon tires are not very useful. They also render you more susceptible to getting spun out by other cars. Especially if those cars have the spike tires, which will show up in the next track. Actually, I'm not sure if you get it's a set order. I think you just get the power-ups based on what order you play the tracks in, or you get them in the same order no matter what order you play the tracks in. I haven't ever tried it because why bother? But yeah, this place is supposed to look like an amalgamation of all sorts of places in South America. So you've got Aztec pyramids, you've got Moai statues, because that's the thing that exists on the mainland. You got Tiki stuff in addition to the Moai. This is not the most... I think, yeah, because, yeah, this is not exactly reinforcing my belief, or this is reinforcing my belief that Mattel does not know anything about science or history or anything. Because you got this, and, like, decapitated King Kong head in South America. This is... you got jungle music. Don't know why I can't drive up that. You can drive up other things like that. I'm gonna be falling behind while I'm trying to get these X tools. But there you go, won a car. So yeah. And it doesn't happen quite yet, but the instability on this track is it's gonna cause something exciting at some point. Yeah, this is terribly exciting once again. Oh hey, I got nitro. Or turbo, or whatever. It's fun. It lets you go faster and trash the CPU opponents even better. There is no multiplayer in this game. It probably would have helped if there was multiplayer in this game. Because then you'd have actual skilled opponents. There we go. And all of a sudden I am teleported on top of the volcano. I don't know how, I don't know why, all I know is, suddenly, how am I here? Yeah, I don't don't really like playing this track because of that. And the atmosphere is fine if stupid, but the instability is just annoying to deal with. Well, looks like those Duke boys have gotten themselves into trouble again. What was I doing? What am I doing here? Can I just say, screw checkpoint 3, I'll go through the start? Yeah. That's what I'm doing. And now I'm behind because of that, because that took a long time, and then he crashes into the thing, and I'm in first place again. Look, it's King Kong. He does nothing. Let's see. Oh yeah, hazards. The hazard spots on this track are pretty much anywhere where there's water. If you go into the deep water, you crash. If you get hit by the taking off plane, you crash, and if you fall in the lava, you obviously have a bad day. Anyway, I won 2 cars, the Dune Buggy, which I'm sure has another name in the actual Hot Wheels Mechanix toy line, and the Sweet 16. And once again, the Dune Buggy is the X-Tools car, and the Sweet 16 is the winning race car. And the one that you get from winning the race is obviously better than the one you get from getting X-Tools. Now we go to Pluto Mines, which I believe is one of the 3 which I believe is an extraterrestrial track. I'm not sure. And it's wherever it is, it's very icy. And there's snow. And the music is awesome. Listen to this ambient music. And there's like these glowing crystals and glowing water that if you manage to get into that water, it powers you down and you have to reset. But yes, this game has ice physics in only this level because this is the only level that has ice. So, ice physics, that's fun. Everyone loves ice physics. And I'm the Dune Buggy here because why not? Someone's still using one of the starter cars. So yeah, I am going to have to face a Super Modified, but given that this game is really easy and it came out in like 2001 or something, the AI is kind of primitive. So it starts out equipping with the engine upgrade, get some X-Tools. Like, the atmosphere of this track is great. There's the best wings in the game, and I will probably never use the smaller wings ever again, because why bother? I'll probably also never use the smaller engine ever again, because why bother? And here's the last type of tire, spike tires. These let you ignore the ice physics. They also make it easier to cause other cars to spin out if you slam into them. And your results may vary, but spike tires are the best at that, pontoon tires are the best at getting yourself spun out if you try it. So yeah, physics. And it's cool to see the wheels appear to spin. And this one has the license plate right side up, I think. But yeah, once again, this is terribly exciting watching me do this because I've run out of things to talk about. There's very few actual hazards on this track. Like the only notable one being that water stuff. There you go, causing me to spin out because I slammed into him with my spiky tires. Same thing there. So yeah, fun. And like I think there might be a way to get crashed if you get up under that piston thing, but I don't think I've ever managed it. I don't see why you'd have to go out of your way to try to do that. So yeah, this is just... I know the tracks are fairly short. This one doesn't really have that much in the way of extra out-of-the-way stuff. It's just a lot of going in a kind of figure-8 shape. Got the paint. And I just need 10 more X-Tools in order to unlock the X-Tools car. I have never figured out how to get up there. I mean, there's X-Tools up there, and it's just... I have no clue how to get there. Like, I cannot fathom how I would go about doing that. And it's kind of annoying because there's X-Tools up there and I kind of want to get them. I didn't even try that time. And there we go. On the last lap, and there we go. 1-2 cars, the Shadow Cat and the Shadow Jet. Both of which look pretty cool. I don't know. And they're both, I think those are both the actual names in the toy line. Actually, I know Shadow Jet is the right name for that car, but I don't remember the Shadow Cat. I don't know that one. But anyway, that will take us to the end of that. Unlock 3 new tracks, the construction site, the beachway, and the moon base. So, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you next time.